Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a little maintenance video on your Sur-ron. I just got this new battery down here. It's just a 60 volt, 32 amp hour that I got as a spare backup for racing. So I've seen a couple people with this on the forums. Battery down here, and it hooks up just fine. First of all, I want to show you this. Come right over here. This is your power cable, or these two are your power cables. You can come up here and people will turn their bikes on and they'll start flashing really bad. The screen will turn on and off and the light will flash. I'll give you an example of what it looks like. So plug it in just like you normally would when you get it. Turn the breaker on. You come over here. This is completely all loose, and it actually sparked when I turned it on. I don't know if it'll work. It was just turning on and off. What happens is it'll just spark and your power just shut off randomly. So basically what's going on is it's having a power shortage. And come really close right here, you can see that this one is completely melted. This is what it's supposed to look like. Actually, with a battery, I was gonna order one of these anyway, but Luna sent me a couple of them to switch out. So this is what it's supposed to look like. It's not melted at all compared to this one. This high voltage cable is completely melted, like the side all the way around. It was been like this for a long time, and it wasn't really short circuiting, so I just never messed with it. We're gonna change out this power cord with one of these new ones, so that's what this video is gonna be about. So the first thing we're gonna do, these wires, I'm gonna not lie to you, I haven't done anything like this before, so I'm just gonna show you guys as I go along and we're gonna figure it out. So these wires look like they come down all the way behind this panel, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take off that safety panel. I'll see what we have to do. I did need to take off my ignition switch, which that isn't a big deal. It's actually only these two bolts right here, and that comes off. But you do have to take that cover off, which is down over here. You have to take that off in order to get the ignition switch like up and out because of these grooves. So you do have to take the ignition switch, the cover, and then you can finally undo these and change this wire. All right, guys, so to get to the back of your breaker is actually, you don't really need to go to the back actually, but you will need to undo these bolts there and right there on your bike. That way this whole panel can pull forward, and that'll give you access to your red line breaker. This one I've never had any problems with. I'm not gonna be changing it. This wire goes all the way down through the bike, so I'm not gonna mess with that one. I'm just going to be changing this one. And that's where it connects. So basically I just need to take this out and put the new wire in, and that'll be it. So what I'm going to do is what I'm planning on. I'm going to take off this cap, which I just learned how this thing comes apart. These two just clip together, and you just got to find the groove right in the middle. And I used just a knife and stuck it in there and split it open. And this is what it looks like. Make sure you got the small connectors, by the way. When I did get these, I got big connectors, which these are the ones that would actually be inside the battery, so make sure you're using the male end. So I'm going to take this black wire out. Sorry, I'm holding the camera and doing this at the same time. So this just basically will slide down and the whole wire will come out. So that's what I'm going to hook up, and I'm going to do the same up here. I'm just going to pry this. I don't know if you can see, there's a tiny little groove right there that I'm going to pry apart. And I'm going to pull the red wire out, insert this bad boy, and then I'm going to leave the original black wire there and just hook up the new red wire. So that's the plan. Let's see how that works. So like we said, I took apart this. So what I did is my melted thing, I'm just going to use this connector again because I don't want to cut this, and then strip it back, and then I don't have another one of these connectors. Besides the one I'm holding in my hand right now, but it's all gunked up and trashed. So I ripped that connector out of here, so now I have a free slot, and I should just be able to shove this new wire. Let's take this out. All right, I should just be able to shove this new wire into here. There we go. So I should just be able to hook this up to the breaker, and then I'm all hunky-dory. So I took this off, and I had to cut the old wire, which was pretty scary actually, because I was do or die. So So I cut the old wire and then I dug out the old connector and then I slid the new wire into here, and it was shorter. Pull this back out. And it was shorter than the old wire. So instead of it would go back around here, I just went and had it go right down to the breaker, and that's where that in. I didn't want to mess with this black wire because this black wire goes all the way down, comes around here, doesn't separate in the breaker, and it goes all the way down here and goes all the way down somewhere by the controller. I haven't opened up the controller yet anywhere down there yet, but this is a first. So I got this all figured out. I slid the new wire back into the old connector. As you can see, it's fixed, kind of. Got it in there and just clamped it back together. I already turned the bike on, it works. Slid the battery in there for a second, so I just gotta put it back together. All right guys, so these were cable tied together right up here, but since I got this whole thing going on, I think I'm just gonna leave them all loose, because this will be fine like that, and then I think I'm just gonna leave that like that. Maybe tie it to the black one. I don't know yet. That'll be an afterthought, but gotta put it back together. I hope this video helped you guys. If anyone else is having this kind of problem, I've seen some guys on the forums. This is with a Segway or a Sur-ron. Basically, you turn it on and you're flashing and losing power and gaining power, and it's because of the big red wire, the connector. So I hope this helped you guys. This was a problem last year, but it wasn't a really bad problem until I just now I plugged in the battery and it started flashing and it was sparking down here. So that was a problem. Got it fixed. Gonna put it back together and we're gonna ride it. So just make sure it works.